Mr. Reeves.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So last night I tried to keep track of how many men you killed in this one.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm so curious to know how many. I tried to do it.
But you're watching a film. Why are you paying attention to that? You must not have been doing our job if you're like, well, I can see how you'd be like kind of another one. Okay,
Well,
how did you do?
I got up to about 15 and then you got to Casablanca.
Oh, okay.
And that,
yeah. But it's not just me in this chapter, right?
No,
We've got
it's
some
not.
new characters and there's some new things going on and there's some other people doing some assassinating and fighting for their lives.
It's pretty amazing. The fight scenes are just incredible.
Oh, I'm glad you liked them.
They're so impressive. I mean, it's just, I was just interviewing Halle Berry and we were talking about how they're like ballets. They're choreographed ballets.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it takes all of that kind of, I think they have things in common, right? So there's a vision for the fight. And through that is also the story of the fight and the story of the characters in that. And I think that's what the director, Chad Stahelski, really brings to it, is that consideration that the fighting has to be part of the story for the characters and even for the kind of the creation of the world. And then the vision, the team of people that goes into working the choreography out, working it, introducing the performers, teaching it to them, us working with who we're going to fight with, introducing the camera element, the operators, how to film it, shoot it, lighting department, production design. I mean, it is a real performance. And I think it's also there for me, part of the joy of that too, is that it hopefully is immersive and creates a connection between the audience and the character.
Well, I kept grabbing onto my producer last night.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's just talk about the first kill that you do in the movie.
Oh, yeah. That's whoa!
That's literally what I was doing.
Oh my God. What was that? Oh my God.
Cracked his neck on a book.
What are you giving it away for? You gave it away.
No, I haven't. There's so much more. I mean, do you even look at some of the stunt work or some of the kills going, oh, really? That's where we're going to go?
Yeah. I mean, that was a lot of fun. I mean, I think there is something about the John Wick tone.
Right.
I think there is a tone that through the course of the films that I think we can say that's a John Wick tone, right? Like there is something fun about that. I think even in all of the balletic violence, consequence, there's always some kind of, there's that motorcycle fight with swords. I mean, it's like, come on, but then there's some really close contact, intimate, moments too.
I mean, when you're fighting in Grand Central Station and none of the commuters are looking at you.
Yeah.
So it's like, is John Wick in just a whole different, I don't even know what the scientific word is, like in a different universe. Like you're not even you're not part of.
Well, some people would say it's like we're in New York, right? Some people would say that.
Yeah.
And for us, it was part of a concept. Like we've always wanted to make a distinction between the real world and this hyper-continental high table world, and some people traverse both sides, like in John Wick 1, Jimmy the police officer, right? You know, like, everything okay in there? All right, have a good night. And in chapter 3, we go in there and there's some violence, but we wanted to separate that, make that distinction that there is the real world and then there is this other world. And I think it's fun. Again, I think that's fun.
Did you ever think when you were making the first movie, we'd be sitting here talking about a third John Wick?
No, I mean, you can't. I mean, it's really a rare, special thing that I think myself and Chad Stahelski, the director, the producers, are really grateful for. I mean, you hope that people like what you do. And we certainly had hope and ambition for what we could do in John Wick. So, it's really to the people, to the fans who have said, okay, we like this film.
Right. It's
really giving us the opportunity to continue. And that's something that you can't really, we were a small independent movie, right? We were, I think we were negative pickup. So it was like, we didn't know what was going to happen, but we know we loved what we made and continue to make. And so, hopefully people will like chapter 3.
Number 4. Are we set up already?
Again, it's up to the audience. I mean, I think, we have tons of ideas, and like, even from the first John Wick, we were like, what would happen? We didn't think, but we were like, and during chapter 2, we had some ideas. And so, yeah, I mean, we have some ideas, but then we also cook it up as we go along, which is cool because we're not beholden. Mm-hmm. It can be great to have some IP, but it's also cool to have freedom.
And Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
So who came up with that idea? Were you guys sitting around going, you know what? She's Sophia.
Yeah. Well, we had a character named Sophia, and I don't know how that happened. I don't know. I think Chad was contacted. Mm-hmm. I think the script went out.
Yep.
And I've come to learn that Halle Berry was a fan of the films.
I know, she told me, she was like, I love John Wick 1 and 2.
Yeah. I mean, because, Halle Berry's a badass.
She really
is. She comes from badassery. She's gone to the school of badassery. And, or maybe she was a teacher. Maybe she was a founding member. So it was cool that she was interested, and it was wonderful to work with her, and her commitment. Some people say they want to do John Wick training, and that doesn't. They get introduced to it, and they're like,
get me a stunt double.
Maybe not, But that's been rare. Right. I mean, like when I worked with Common on chapter 2, he was like all in. Right. It was amazing. And on chapter 3, to watch Halle, because she had to work with these animals, right? The Belgian Malinois, the dogs. And that was no joke. And that was, I believe she was like at least 6 months involved with them.
They were tiny little puppies. And she was their trainer.
So that's all in.
Were you scared of those dogs?
She broke ribs.
I know.
She was like, I'd see her at the gym. I'd be like, wow. And I think you see that on screen because her performance.
That sequence is like just phenomenal.
Wow.
Were you scared of those dogs?
Myself? Yeah, when I first met them, certainly.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first thing the trainer said to me is, don't look at them. Like when you're getting close, don't look at them in the eye.
It sounds like some actors in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, don't look them in the eye.
Yeah, but these ones are, canine killers.
And of course, when they say don't look
them
in
the eye,
what do you want to do?
Yeah, because then they're running over to Halle, she's petting them, and I can't look at them. Wow. And that's when I knew how serious it was. And yeah, everyone it took, I think the trainers worked with those animals for almost a year.
Wow. For
them to be able to do the choreography.
It really comes down to the dogs, doesn't it, in these movies?
No, it doesn't. No. They're fundamental and very important.
So Halle breaks 3 ribs.
Yeah.
Where are you in the injury wise?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I work with, everyone. I didn't get injured, which was great.
How do you stay in shape to do that stuff? It's just nuts.
No, I mean, I love it, and I think, love helps you. Mm-hmm. And I just have to take care about recovery.
Yeah.
Try and keep eating, eat right, and cold water is great. Hot water is great, and massage is great. Yeah.
And let's talk about some other scenes. I mean, let's just talk about every time you shoot someone in the head, you don't shoot them just once.
No.
You shoot them at least 2 times.
Well, that's because of, please don't give anything away, but there's some circumstances into this reason.
For some of them.
Okay, you're right. Yes. Sometimes
you're just shooting guys twice in the head.
Yeah. You got to make sure.
Because what would happen?
I mean, tactically, depending on what, there are some tactical perspectives where it's not good enough for just one.
But you're not shooting them even from far away from the head.
I'm just saying like tactically, it's not unsound. Some people might talk about rounds, but yeah, that's John Wick.
Is it fun when you're
pretend shooting? Yeah, fake fighting's fun. Yeah, fake fighting's fun. I mean, for me, it's it's a fantastical, right? I mean, to be able to have John Wick's agency and capability and all of that's like it's cowboys and Indians, right? It's fun.
And the other thing is,
and ridiculous.
Like I remember like when Kill Bill came out and people said, it's so violent, so violent. And I said, but it's such over the top violence that it didn't affect me as if it was trying to be real.
Right.
So John Wick, like as much as, yes, I was grabbing onto my producer at times going, know it's not real. So
I think it's like, unless you're being affected by the gore, I think it's just the intensity of it, perhaps sometimes.
And how much glass were you thrown through in this movie?
I wasn't thrown. My the stunt double who plays John Wick is Jackson Spidell. Earned his money.
That's where you draw the line, not being thrown into glass.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, no, they don't let me do that.
Would you want to?
I'd probably do it once and then say, Jackson, buddy, you were right. Why'd you let me do that?
Well, it seemed like it was you. I mean, it's just
that's
that
good.
Whole hall of mirrors and the glass. It was just so genius.
Yeah, it was fun. It's the director Chad Stahelski really likes just demolishing John Wick. I mean, do you remember in chapter 2 that stair fall in Rome where they just keep going down
and down?
Yeah, that was Jackson and Danny, and I mean, that's legit.
And how many lives does John Wick have?
I hope he has enough.
I mean,
I hope he has a lot.
There's one scene, I'm not going to spoil it. There's one scene where I'm just like, yep, of course he survives. And he's never out of his suit.
No.
Never takes his tie off.
No.
Which I just think,
it's John Wick.
How many suits are on set for you?
There's a bunch. I got super clean John Wick suits. I got John Wick fighting suits.
Bloody suits.
I got the John Wick all torn up and beat up suits. I mean, there's like a rack. 2 racks.
You should release the John Wick collection.
I know. I mean, that's Luka Mosca, the costume designer, does a great job with He's just masterful with all of the costumes and the tone. I mean, him, Kevin Cavanaugh, the production designer, Dan Lawson, the cinematographer. There's so many people working who're so talented to create this world, I want to be in the world of the Continental. Don't you want to stay at that hotel?
That hotel's amazing.
I mean, I want to stay there. That looks good.
Okay, let's talk Bill and Ted's.
Oh, Bill and Ted.
How exciting.
Wacky,
this
huh?
is just, did you ever think, I think probably one of the first times I interviewed you, you were talking about there was a script being developed.
Yeah, I think like 8 years ago, the writers approached Alex Winter and I about maybe doing something. And then we worked on some drafts together. And then it went through this shenanigans of show business rights and deals and stuff. It's been wacky.
So have you started shooting? Are you shooting this summer?
So we have a wonderful director, Dean Pariseau, who's come on board. And it looks like they got the rights sorted. We got some dough and not a lot, not enough. We don't have enough money. Anyway, I want more shooting days. It's a very ambitious story.
Is it?
Yeah. Anyway, they know I think we need more money.
Did you ever think, how many years ago did you do the first one?
That thought never crossed my mind.
30 years ago?
No. I mean, it's very, life is amazing. Life can be amazing.
But does it seem like 30 years?
Absolutely. It's not 50. I mean, it's not even water under the bridge. It's like, I don't know. It's like an ocean. It's like an ocean liner across an ocean.
What other movie could you see yourself coming back to?
I've always wanted to play John Constantine again.
Yeah, why?
I just love that world too, and I love that character. I just had a blast playing that character and in that world.
No more Speed? Could you and Sandra Bullock get back on a bus together?
I don't know. I've been approached by the producer of that, but I never came together.
I know, because I
Jack Traven, Annie, Jack and Annie.
We were talking earlier about it. I was like,
we'll be 65. What?
It'll be it'll be one of those those vans that they take the elderly around on.
Oh yeah. I'm driving. No, Annie's driving because I don't remember where I am. I won't even care. Where are we going? I want ice cream. You shut up. I'm driving now.
And you're going like 20 miles an hour and you think
there's
you're going
like
fast?
there's a thing. Don't slow down. We're making fun of something. Anyway, yes.
So no speed. No more speed.
I don't think there's any speeding for me going along. No. Unfortunately.
Have you been approached for some of these superhero movies? I feel like we should see you in.
Well, that's kind. I had a brush with a superhero movie, but it didn't work out.
A brush with?
I had a brush with a superhero being a part of something. It'd be fun to do. I mean, I think, DC and Marvel are making really cool movies.
I mean, this is opening weekend of Avengers, and they just announced domestic weekend.
Yeah.
350 million.
That's awesome.
Worldwide, 1.2 billion.
That's great. What fun. I mean, it's like really
crazy numbers.
Yeah, but that's because people are excited to see the films and all of the performers and artists who have gone to telling these stories. This isn't just like a one-off. Right?
This is like
a lot of people have like gone into making good stories and characters and visuals and an amazing movie-going experience, Mm-hmm. And there's nothing like it on earth.
No.
The resources to make that kind of art is astronomical. And for them to have the appreciation of the audience means they did something right. I mean, that means people are like, yeah, the movie, it's characters. I mean, I think if anything, it's just a testament to how well the artists and everyone involved have made a movie, and that people are excited to see, and that pays off. That's like.
And John Wick 3 comes out, 3 weeks after it? You're going to take them down from that number one spot, aren't you?
I have no idea. Certainly. I hope that people enjoy the film that we're making, and that's all. And if we've done that, that's great. And if we do it where the people who pay for the film, Lionsgate, say, okay, they liked your film enough that we can do another chapter, I'd be honored and grateful. That's we want to make a fun movie. We want to make a good, satisfying John Wick film.
So, are you in Hobbs and Shaw? What's happening there?
I'm not. No.
You are listed on IMDb. There are stories that say you are in this movie.
I don't know how that happened. I really honestly do not know how that happened.
So weird.
David Leitch, who I worked with many years ago on The Matrix, and then, he directed John Wick. I've been contacted, but I have no idea how that part of the story happened.
That's very strange.
Yeah, I've been contacted and I'm in conversation with them, but I don't.
Well, hopefully it'll happen.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah,
So,
Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham are amazing.
And you can hold your own against them.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I've seen what you do with John Wick.
That's John Wick.
Yeah.
I'm just part of the core. If I was doing that, I'd be part of the chorus, man. I'm just like, those gentlemen, those artists are fantastic, and certainly in action, they're extraordinary.
So 2 last questions I ask everyone. When was the last time you cried watching a movie?
Crying watching a movie. Where did I have some tears? Crying watching a movie. What's your other question?
What's the one movie you could watch over and over again and never gets tiring?
Gosh. I don't have like a film that I like. Okay, there's films that will come on and I'll be like, okay, we're watching that.
Right.
I think a lot of Scorsese films are like that. They're so seductive and great and entertaining. Apocalypse Now comes on. And you're like, okay, I'm watching that. Yeah, that's happening. What else? What was the other one? Crying.
Yeah,
I'm crying. I'm crying in a movie. Oh, I can't remember.
Are you a crier?
I'm not a cry. Yeah, I like the movie. It's good to get moved and see that. I'm trying to think of films right now. Are there any tearjerkers out there? Which ones? What were the movies that came out?
Avengers Endgame.
I haven't seen it yet.
A lot of people are crying.
I bet.
I did. I got a little emotional.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so I won't tell you why I cried.
I know.
What else?
Well, you gave stuff away for John Wick, but with Avengers, you're not going to give anything away? Oh, you're all secreted now?
Listen, I had to do the Avengers junket. We weren't allowed to see the movie. You know what that's like? To try to talk to someone and you haven't seen the movie?
That's not fair.
It's hard.
It's hard to do your job.
Right. And then they sit down. I say, okay, let's talk about something else.
Yeah. I mean, that's not cool.
Right. Thank you for being cool.
Yeah. I mean, but then I guess they want to control the thing.
The spoilers.
Yeah, because actually, you know what? They're smart because you're a spoiler. That's what you know. What? Like
spoiler alert.
You're a
John
spoiler.
Wick kills people.
That guy. He's just like in the breakdown of the analysis of you. Of the analytics of you. He's just right there.
Never talk to him again. He's spoiled.
He's a spoiler, right? Maybe they just told you there was a whole thing that like maybe you were the only one who didn't get to see it.
Wow.
And everybody else was in on it.
Or maybe they showed me a different John Wick. That's not the real John Wick because they knew I was going to spoil it.
No, because I played John Wick in what you talked about, which you gave away.
At least you say you did.
No, I'm not. I'm not joining your conspiracy
Well, you're amazing.
ring.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cheers.
This was awesome.